Welcome to 30WTV. I'm Lonnell Williams on location in Atlanta, Georgia. Today we are taking you inside the House of Chapple. Many of you may remember my guest today, Reco Chapple, from the Bravo television series, The Fashion Show. So he's going to give us a sneak peek of what he's got in store for Fashion Week this year. Let's go inside and take a look. WTV. Oh my goodness. So it's a pleasure and I want to welcome you to the show.
Thank you.
The studio is just amazing.
Thank you.
So you're here busy working, and what are you getting ready for?
To pay rent, no. I'm getting ready for New York Fashion Week.
And what is Fashion Week?
New York Fashion Week is basically what a heavy hitter show. The Donna Karen's, the Miss Rahi, the Michael, the Marc Jacobs, and all those people shows. So, I spoke with Cutto from Project Runway, and I was like, how did you take it to the next level as far as getting picked up by a major department store? And she said, you'd have to show in New York Fashion Week, because the fashion heads, the fashion big people, big wigs or whatever, feel that we're kind of cheating the system since we was put on television. And you kind of got to juggle the process of being a fashion designer and a reality show person, a reality show personality. So, New York Fashion Week is basically my ticket to be respected in the fashion community.
So do you think that the show, being on the show, helped or hindered your career?
It's funny, but for me, it's crazy because in New York, I'm totally respected. They said, they felt that I got cheated on the show. So when I walk the streets of New York, it's total praises, unlike some people from the show. So I only can say it helped my career.
So now how would you describe your fashion style?
I kind of filtered it down to luxury ready-to-wear. I want to go down in history like a Bill Blass, Donna Karen, or Halston. It's ready-to-wear, but with a luxury feel. I love silks, satins, brocades. I'm using a lot of brocade and silks in my, collection for spring 2011. America is the home of ready-to-wear. I mean, I love to do couture stuff, but to be honest, here in Atlanta, it only sells to drag queens.
So now I understand you have a background in architecture and performing arts. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, wow, you did your research. Okay. Yes, I started school at Lane College, and I got a full scholarship to Tennessee State University in architecture engineering. I remember in school, I was just, doodling gowns and dresses because I was helping friends compete in pageants and all that good stuff. So I was like, you know what, I really like this. And I was in a distinguished lecture series, which we had to go to month after month to keep our scholarship. And the lady said, if you're not doing something that you love to do, you need to change. And the next semester, I changed my major. I didn't tell my parents for a whole year, but I changed my major to fashion and interiors. And for the performing arts side, my minor was dance.
Okay.
So I used to dance semi-professionally in Nashville. So that's how that whole thing took place. And I was planning on going to New York and be on Broadway, But I just moved to Atlanta since I had a nice clientele down here. And kind of rest is history. I kind of feel like the Jennifer Hudson of the fashion show, So, I mean, it works, like I said, it works out for me. I didn't win $125,000, which I need. But, it works out. It works out. And I think, my people, black people kind of, once you make it on TV, they still celebrate you as being a star. So, that's a great thing for me.
Now, how much of the drama on the show is actually manufactured, and how much of it is, like the producers coaching you, and how much is just authentic?
Actually, all of it is real drama, and they didn't even show the real juicy part where you had to read the kids. They didn't show the real good juicy part, but it's really, it's 100% true. Just imagine all these different personalities put in one little box, and you have to live with them people. You have to share things, and you have just all day, every day, a total stranger just being up in your face, an annoying person. Ooh, by the end of the show, I was like, ooh, don't talk to me, okay? You don't want none. Like, seriously, it really got that serious at the end of the show.
Do you see yourself potentially getting married?
Yeah, I do. That's one of my plans. Like, from the beginning, I was like, look, I want to get married. We're going to have kids. I already looking to a surrogate mother. We're going to adopt some.
Wow.
You know, I know what I want out of life, so I understand it's compromise, but if you don't want to have kids, if you don't get married, there's no time for us to be playing around with each other, you know, goodbye. I'm not extremely religious. I think if you do the right thing, you know, good things are going to come to you. So I try to put sow great seeds in the world, and so far, great things have been coming back to me, you know. I'm a firm believer in The Secret. I really listen to that a lot. You know, I don't attend church because I just had some bad experiences in churches or whatever. So I pray. I didn't come out until I was about 21, and I did come out to my family. You know, I had played that whole bisexual role. I was in school, in the fraternity. I'm a Kappa, you know, so I was playing that whole role. I mean, I thought about it back in the day, but I never act on it, you know. I had this girlfriend in college I thought I was going to marry, and, you know, when people look at me, be like, oh, this little slim dude with the arch eyebrows, you know, it couldn't happen, you know, so I thought I was going to marry this girl, and next thing you know, somebody caught me on the wrong day, you know, and it was a wrap. Once I fell in love with a guy, my first boyfriend, I was 21 years old, I was like, I can't do this to women because I was, you know, I lived in a household with so many women. I was like, I don't want to hurt another female. So I was like, this is what I'm going to do. So I cut it all off and bam. I love it. But I think it's becoming more of just a trend now. You know, everybody want to take the picture with the A. You know, they came to me, I was not able to take the picture because my schedule is so crazy. But I love what's going on, you know, and I hope they get everything together to, you know, pass the law for marriage all over.
How do you feel we can help to eliminate the stigma associated with HIV in our community?
I think once we embrace the fact that we're here, we're not going anywhere, I think we'll be fine. I was talking to my aunt yesterday, and she was just saying that the preacher was talking about sex in the church. And, you know, the proper way of getting to that point to have sex and all that good stuff. And a lot of people was cutting their eye at him. And we were just, you know, I was like, well, that's the problem now, that we don't embrace all of that. And, you know, we don't have we won't have our men creeping out with other men. And once we embrace the whole point that, okay, we do have black gay men, you know, we'll be cool. Like for me, I was embraced by my family soon as, look, this is how it is. You know, but that's just the type of person I am. And it was like, okay, cool. You know, so it allowed me to be open, and I didn't have to go sneak and sleep around or have sex with anybody that I, you know, could at any possible time. So, you know, I think once our community embrace it, we'll be, you know, well off. And kind of admit the things, you know, the signs, the symptoms, and go get checked out. I think, you know, we'll be fine. I remember we was getting ready to tape a reality pilot for me, and one of the producers said they didn't want to tape anything about being, you know, homosexual, and I was like, you know what, we just want to do this because I feel that it's my job as a young, black, successful gay man that is not positive to show our younger kids that, hey, you can be successful, you can be productive in life, you can be respected by masses, by straight and gay. You know, you can be a normal person, normal human being, and guess what? It just so happened that I'm gay.
Now, another crisis that's going on among African American males that I just recently saw on CNN is that 47% they're saying are not graduating from high school, and in New York City it's as high as I believe 73 or 74%, which is basically everybody. How do we address the education crisis in this country?
As far as education, I think once we kind of admit a whole lot of things in our community, that we got all these kids having babies, we got gay kids growing up, we got all the stuff that's going on, issues can be handled accordingly. And I think, you know, even in my household, you know, my brother dropped out of school and my sister, you know, so my sister went back and got her GED, she got her BS, and now she's working on her master's. You know, I was the first male in my family to go to college and finish. So I just think it's each his own. You just gotta handle each kid accordingly. You can't handle the masses. We all gotta step up in the plate. It takes a village to raise a kid, not just one person, not just one mother or one father. It takes everybody.
So what's next for Reco Chapple?
Wow, next, I'm stripping at Magic City. No. Next for me, of course, New York Fashion Week. I just did, I hosted a show on BravoTV.com called The Fashion Showdown. So hopefully that leads into my own television show. And I'm basically turning this whole studio into a store. In 2 years, I plan to have a store in Lenox Mall. And making my brand a lifestyle.
Well, I want to thank my special guest, Reco Chapple, for hanging out with us today on 3OWTV.
Thank you, thank you.
Such an honor, and I just wish you nothing but continued success.
Thank you, and likewise. I really appreciate what you're doing for the gay community. I really appreciate it, yeah, for the kids.
All right,
for the children.
Kids. For children.
Yes.
I'm Lonnell Williams, hanging out at the House of Chapple. I appreciate all the support and love that you give to 3OWTV. Always standing your light. Democrat or Republican?
Liberal, in the middle. I agree with both parties.
Cash or credit?
Cash, always.
Michelle Obama or Oprah Winfrey?
Ooh. Well, I like Oprah Winfrey new wigs, but I love Michelle Obama's clothes. Okay, so we'll say no. You know, we'll go with Michelle Obama. Okay, no, but ooh, that's a hard one. We're going to say Michelle Obama to be politically correct. I'm trying to pick up at the client anyway, so hey, Michelle Obama.
Nicki Minaj or Lil Kim?
You saw that frown when you said that name, right? Sorry, Lil Kim all the way. I'm a Lil Kim. I like the old broke Lil Kim, though. The no time for fake hoes Lil Kim.
Length or width?
Ooh. Ooh, I would say... it don't matter to me. I would say, I guess, length.
Size of the ship or motion in the ocean?
Motion in the ocean.
Top or bottom?
What I prefer?
Top or bottom?
Oh my gosh, I'm not answering that question. I'm not answering that question, okay? I just want to it's a mystery, okay? Don't let the looks fool you. WTV.